impact we will forever be grateful for the memories you have left. We cannot wait to see you all in the future. Thank you, parents and families, for your cheers, your encouragement, and your belief in this team have carried them through the highs and lows of the season and our season before. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Hi, Richard Gunn. I'm going up there and doing hockey broadcast. I got to be MC for everybody here tonight and glad to be here. Thank you. So good evening, and welcome to the senior night of the Manchester Queens girls hockey team. Tonight we're going to celebrate the commitment and dedication of seniors from both teams. First, why don't we go ahead and introduce the seniors from the Oyster River Portsmouth hockey team. Number 2, Mallory DeSantis. Number 5, T. Wilson. Number 7 is Aaron Newman. Number 10 is Emma Saw. Number 12, Sarah Hannah Henderson. Number 13 is Ben Goodluck for Abby Stacy. Number 16 is Kira Jacobs. She's the captain. And number 21 is Ben Henry. Say hi, number 23, Jacqueline Bishop. And congratulations to number 26, Jillian Black. Number 31 is Cruz Belmont. And last but not least, number 32, Sierra Melody. Congratulations to all the LR seniors. Great career and thanks to Coach Danny Long. All right, now, why don't we say hello to our graduating Queens seniors. First, just in the last minute, let's give it up for Grace Smith. And Tom and Nancy Manning also say hi to Diane over there. Most of you know hockey is a special English. Lady Solomon, Virginia. Congratulations to Elizabeth Kelly and her family. All right, next up, we'll step through here. Let's say hello to Avery Brewer. And Sister Kenzie. Although season athletes just started playing hockey this season, her proudest moment so far has been when she scored her first goal during that Christmas tournament. Avery is determined, resilient, and competitive. She will be forever grateful for the friendships she's made this season. And in the fall this year, she plans to attend UNH to pursue a degree in nursing. Bravo! Congratulations to Avery. All right, next up, in third for North Carolina. Coach, Maria started as a sophomore with no skating experience and no knowledge of hockey. She didn't know anyone on the team, but everyone was supportive and helped her along the way. She had pretty plans yet after high school, and they're coming to trust her. Congratulations. The last seven nominees, say hello to Rosie Taylor, Irene Patton, Little Rosie, mothers Jean and Pat, the pair of Jay and the mayor, Michelle. Rosie has enjoyed playing all 4 years for Manchester, starting out freshman year playing alongside her sister. And over the past 4 years, Rosie has enjoyed camaraderie of this fun team, finishing her high school career as captain. After graduation, Rosie plans on studying biochemistry. Congratulations, Rosie and family. All right, you guys, for the audience, one more big round of applause for the seniors and players. Tonight's Division I girls hockey game between the visiting Oyster Portsmouth hockey team and their home team, the Manchester Queens. Our starting lineup, Oyster Portsmouth. At left wing, number 32, Sierra McBride. At center, number 7, Aaron Raymond. At
Good evening, everybody. Welcome on this February evening to Manchester, New Hampshire, where it's chilly, the ice is fresh. That means it's time to play hockey. JFK Arena here. This is Rich McDonough from Manchester Public Television, bringing you NHIAA Girls Division I Hockey, where the hometown Manchester Queens are hosting the top seed and top-ranked Oyster River Portsmouth Co-op. With me this evening is my buddy ZJ, Zach Johnston, on the call and doing everything that Kyle Heavey usually does. Cameras, the power, the editing. Zach Johnson, welcome. Always good to do games with you, buddy.
Great to be back with you here, Rich. And Kyle and I did a thriller, Manchester Trinity, before this. Manchester got the win, and it's great to be covering another Manchester team as the Queens look to play well on their senior night. They got a tough task, though.
Yeah, and you said it there, buddy. No matter what, it's senior night. They're 1-14. They've had a rough stretch for sure. And
Kyle and I able to cover their win against Souhegan. So.
Yeah. But nevertheless, I got to MC down on the ice, the girls for senior night, and it's really special. I've been there. You're going to be there this spring.
Yes.
It's really fun. But coming in, Oyster River, Portsmouth, Clipper Cats, I like calling them, 14-2. They're the number one seed right now. More on that later. But this is a hot team and a really well-coached team by Jamie Long. On the other side of the tape, it's Cassidy Levine in her 5th year. And she was all smiles and warm, rosy smiles for her seniors as they exit. All 5 of them tonight. And they all got the start. Avery Prue, Liz Kelly, Grace Manning, Maria Orellana, and Rosie Tague Blue, the great captain. And we got a quick change off the ice. I tell you what, as you know, Zach, I coached forever, particularly lacrosse. And I used to start the seniors.
Yeah, 100%.
Or get them first reps. It's just one of those special things to do.
I mean, regardless of the circumstances, obviously senior night is going to be late in the season. Sometimes the stakes are high, sometimes they're not. But
without a doubt.
I plan coaching high school in the future, and that's something I will do, start the seniors.
I'd be your assistant, ZJ. I'd volunteer for that job anytime. Oh, and a good rip off the early draw there. Right job there is Catherine 10.
If anyone's gonna set the tone, it's Riley Page.
And Bellmeyer in the goal, number 31 for the Clipper Cat. She's tough. And this one was a knuckler that went wide by her left. Wow.
They're sending the pressure here.
Queens starting out hot. And way back at the fence line there is Grace Manning. I got to meet her last night. A lovely young person and a tough competitor out there on the ice. I think she's going to go to school at UC San Diego, which is a phenomenal school. She said she'd go anywhere warm.
Yeah,
that qualifies.
I don't blame her on a day like today, I tell you.
I used to live in San Diego. Beautiful place to be. But here, right off the get, whoa, and a pull is Aaron Raymond, and that goes by the right toe of the freshman goalkeeper, Loya. She saw that at the last minute, went under a couple of wickets. 13:35, 1 minute, 25 seconds in, and it's 1-0 for the Clipper Cats. Zach, I think we look at it on paper and you see, possible route. I don't like talking like that as a player and a coach.
Right.
But facts don't lie.
Yeah,
it's going to be a tough game.
You're going against the number one team in this division, and they're the only division. But
yeah, right.
You're going against so that means that they're the best team in the state, period.
Right.
So far. So, it's tough to play up the competition like that. You just got to keep your head forward and stay positive at all times. And that's what Coach Levine and this team has been able to do. And they're not going to let one goal get to their heads regardless. It doesn't matter the score. You go into that locker room and you watch these girls
wiped
together.
That goal out.
Oh!
They wiped the goal out. They had a long discussion with it. I saw one ref was stating that case.
Offside must be the call then.
Yeah. And they were talking about it for a long time. I was kind of surprised looking at the huddle here on the sideline. I didn't want to say anything too soon. The light was on, the arm was up, or at least pointing to the goal mouth, and then we had the backside official, the
here
trail,
we go again.
And we got another huddle.
Oh, that's a penalty. What? What if they? Sienna Metcalf is in the penalty box.
They're saying she gloved it into the goal?
I don't know. That's a good question. Well, good time to announce our referees.
Yeah, our referees tonight are experienced fellas. Dana Lavoie and Mike Paul. We've seen them a lot of times. No matter what, it is a penalty to Sienna Metcalf.
Okay.
And we'll wait for the call, but we were barely able to hear the refs when they were discussing that down below.
And what was a 1-0 deficit, now the Queen's on a power play.
All right.
Give Riley some space, and she'll pull
look at that. And she's grabbed from behind by DeSantis, and we're going to have 5-on-3. That is a hold, and Mallory DeSantis was
She knew it immediately, too. She was like shaking her head. She was like, all right, give me the box.
Zach, I was watching her close the gap from behind. She knew it before she did it.
Yeah.
It was almost like a wrestling move. And, of course, JFK Arena's been home to some serious WWE contests in the past.
Here's an opportunity, though. I mean,
so you've got two-player advantage for a $141, folks. 5-on-3 skating we go. Now, OR, they are talented skaters, very talented skaters. And if anybody can kill this power play, is they can. But Rosie Take Blue has it, trying to enter the zone, can't do it. She backhands it out to Riley Page. Paley's able to get to the center of the slot, whistles it by Belmar's cage and behind. 1:15 remaining on that first penalty, and down the ice we go.
Well, you were talking before, Rich, why this game still means a lot to this Portsmouth Oyster River team.
Yeah, they're way out in front on paper, and we'll talk about this a little more right now. I mean, they're 56 points to 44 as their closest competitor. Wow, that's a great save by Loya off the lifting hot shot right there by Anderson, who's an outstanding first-year player for Coach Long out there. This time it's Page coming away with it. She's trying to exit the zone and does so. Good long pass to Liz Kelly, another graduating senior, and she tries to golf it in right there. She may go to Savri Regina, another excellent school. I got to meet her last night. Really, really nice young person. Oh, but boy, skating with some serious pace right there is Jacobs, and she's able to lift. No. Good job by Loyal. The first year, I won't just say first year as in ninth grade, first year goaltending. I mean, this is very difficult. I played lacrosse goalie at the D1 ranks, and I got in the cage for some hockey too because they thought I was crazy. Zach, maybe I am, but it's a hard job. I don't know if you've been out there in between the posts.
Never as a goalie.
Holy cow.
And respectfully, I don't plan on it.
All right, we got 22 seconds on the first and 40 on the second penalty. After that goal, that did go over Loya's. The refs have been really kind of sluggish with the hand signals tonight. 1-0 as we go. And Loya gets down and knocks that one away with her blocker. And this one exits the zone, so that's a two-shorty power play right there. And exiting the box right there is Metcalf. First penalty's over, second one has 10 to go, but it's still a power play for the next 8 seconds or so for the Queens, down 1-0. That's what I get for looking down at the notes about the point totals. Oh, that's a good check right there. Really, really good check by Taylor Morin as the puck sails around Loya's cage. A little slot-to-slot pass right there for the Clipper Cats. And outside the zone we go and back down, corralled out there by DeSantis. What happened? Oh, we had a clock operator issue apparently, 10:43. We got all kinds of issues, ref huddles, scoreboard issues. Roster was incorrect, and there's a trip in the corner. Nothing doing there. Taylor Morin escorted her Mallory DeSantis down to the ice, but the arms are up. Clock is stopped at 10:29.
Something unplugged down here. I certainly hope that this was it. I don't know what this leads to, but it wasn't plugged in, and it is now. So if there's a problem, we'll try our best to fix it. But
guess what? We're coming back tomorrow after visiting Lowe's for some tackdowns, some cable tackdowns, and we did have that penalty. They did call that one to Taylor Moore, and I couldn't understand how they wouldn't. And she's in the box for two at the 10:29 mark.
I have a feeling this might not last long.
Clipper Cats have their first opportunity, but Loya makes a good save off the high lifting shot by Henderson. 10:24, clock is stopped, $1.56 on the penalty, and it's 1-0 for the Clipper Cats on the scoreboard. Bishop wins that draw, but it's lost in the bottom of the slot, and Loya has to make a sprawling save and does so. I don't care who you are. That's a tough save to make, Zach.
Of course. Good job by her getting that body in front.
And back to the dot to Loya's right goes Riley Page.
teaching blocking to first baseman, 11U baseball, I tell them your chest goes where the ball goes. That really just stands for everybody. But that's just, when playing goalie, I guess you could say the same thing too.
I was about to echo that. If you get your head and chest over, you usually got a chance at the rebound. But let's not have a rebound.
Yeah.
All right, this one sails all the way to the corner, played out there by Black, one of the graduating seniors for the Clipper Cats. She tussles with Liz Kelly behind the cage. This one tries to exit the zone and doesn't. Stuck on the half wall there is Anderson. Gets it across from wall to wall and running it down right there for the Clipper Cats. Oh, pretty good move right there, but there's Liz Kelly, as she so often does. Highway robbery, tries to golf it into the left side slot. Going to the corner, nothing doing. Catherine 10 giving chase. And the Clipper Cats have the puck, and the Queens retreat, Zach.
Is there a Catherine 11? That would be cool.
And there's a John 5, the great guitar player. I don't know if you know him. I'm a guitar nerd, Zach. All right, 48 on the penalty to Morin. She's eagerly waiting to get back on the ice. Maybe Coach Levine will have a different change at that mark, but we're 35 seconds away as we tick down to the 9-minute mark here in our first period at JFK Arena. I love this place, Zach.
Of course.
Beautiful old barn.
Nice little block there by Manning.
Yeah, great job by Manning. Again, senior day. Abby Stacy had a look at it, but it was blocked off. Up. Loya knocks that one away behind the cage. Right now it's kind of sluggish. Everybody trying to figure each other out. Grace Manning goes behind, tries to get it up the dasher board. Can't do it because it was a good block there by Stacy, keeping it in at the half wall. And Manning gets it back. My good friends, Jim and Diane Manning, her uncle and aunt, are in the crowd tonight. I got to say hi to them. Good to see you guys. All right, that penalty is released. 8:15 on the clock, and we're all even at fives.
Good kill from the Queens.
Good job, real good job. Had a couple good looks. Loya made a couple good saves, and Manning had that nice couple blocks on that last series. And right now, Morin, just out of the box, is looking to create. Can't do it because it gets stuck between the Blues, and then backing out with it are the Clipper Cats looking to create. Finally trickles inside the zone for the Queens, but right back out just as soon as you say Jack Robinson. And over the midline we go and back into the Queens D zone. 7:40 on the clock. 1-0 on the scoreboard for the Clipper Cats. And while they're in retreat mode, Zach, they have 2 games, including tonight, do the Clipper Cats. So they have a max of 8 points they can pick up. On the flip side, well, after this, we're into the zone here. Good skating right there by Harney. She's a senior. This one goes off Aloya's left pad. We'll get to that bit of info in just a second. Right now, good possession here for Anderson and company. She tries to get it up the half wall and does. Gets it back. Good slot pass. Centering. Taking it away with it. Unable to get the shot off was Jacobs, and she backpedals out. Gives it up.
Great pass.
Real good pass. Looking for the cutting Harney. And it stays in the zone. This is eternal if you're wearing white right now. Here comes Harney looking to create. Gets it almost slot to slot right there, taken by Jacobs. She passes out to the half wall, and wheeling away from trouble is Rinko. Excuse me, not Rinko, that's Farwell. Farwell's got it back. Backpedaling almost like a little mohawk turn while she retreats. Bottom of the slot, looking to create right there as Jacobs can't do it. And as she so often does herself, Oriana gets in the mix and gets the puck away. This time tries to get out and doesn't. Oriana tries to get it across, taken away right there by Jacobs. Everybody's been on the ice for a long time in this series here, Zach.
It's been a long rush. Some tired legs out there.
I need a new announcer. Oh, that's a great pass over to Jacobs. She can't control initially, but then backhands it over to Farwell. And playing a little two-player game right there. Farwell gives it to the bottom of the slot and up into the catching glove. That is a heck of a save at 5:52, Zach Johnson.
He gloved that and it was right up in the air.
Wow.
Good work, good concentration.
Finishing that thought, though. So in the race right now, it's OR, the Clipper Cats, ahead of Concord right now by 12 points. But Concord has 5 games they're going to play in the next 9 days for a total of 20 points that they can get on the board. The next game, or one of the next games, of course.
Watch out. Here comes Paige.
Here
Oh!
comes Riley Page. Yeah, all the way down in a hurry.
That went right into the glove of
That's Belmar.
Belmar, yes.
Yep. She hasn't had a whole lot of duty, but it's been quality saves that she's had to make today.
She just had to throw the glove out there on that one.
All right, so with some serious pace right there as DeSantis gets it all the way around, wraps around the cage, looking to get up the dasher board, and no. Boxed out there, taking it away is Riley Page. Smallest player on the ice, but boy, is she tough.
She's quickest, too.
Yep. Winding to the 5:15 mark. It's 1-0 for the Clipper Cats on the board. They had a two-player disadvantage and scored the shorty anyway. Very difficult to do. Collecting the puck here is DeSantis. I tell you what, the Clipper Cats don't look like they're in a high geared offense right now. They're just trying to size it up, get their passing and formations right. Good spacing, and they're just taking the advantage of it. We are under 5 in the first. 1-0 for the Clipper Cats. Sporting the blues and deep burgundy right there, a la the Quebec Nordiques. Now the Avalanche. All right, 4:30 on the clock. Clipper Cats in control. It's been all their possession. Rosie Tague Blue takes it away and chips it around the waiting stick of DeSantis. Now back in the zone. This one goes all the way behind Loya and ricochets over to the far side boards. Getting over into that corner, giving chase is Liz Kelly. Teeing it up against Kavanaugh. Oh, good stick right there by Sophie Rue. Oh, and finally exits the D zone, courtesy of a little tap by 10. Fittingly, Catherine 10 wears number 10.
You can't have that name and not wear that number.
What are you going to do,
available.
wear 4?
Exactly.
10-4,
10-4. 10-4.
There we go. All right, and here comes 11, Liz Kelly. She collects the puck, gets it outside the blue, trying to chip it forward as Morin can't do so. There's just a wall of Clipper Cats just waiting for him and entering the zone here. Quickly goes Black. She goes down the slot where she's rubbed off the route by Liz Kelly. Liz Kelly is a solid defender, always seemingly in the right position, ZJ.
Yeah, you can just tell.
Oh, getting under the blade of 10 and out. Puck goes in between the Blues, stuck there for the moment. And able to golf it down to Sophie Rue. Back to the Blues we go. Liz Kelly once again rotates over and gets there first. We're at 3 minutes, folks, in this fast-moving first period. Other than that, the 3 penalties we've had, we had 2 at once, and then we had another penalty for the Queens, or on the Queens, later in the first period. But it remains 1-0. The highly ranked OR Portsmouth Clipper Cats, Oyster River, looking to take care of business. If they win out, there's no doubt. If they get 1 of 2 with the games that are remaining, they got to play. I can't come up with a creative team name for St. A's Winnacunnet Dover Co-op. The Sainted Warrior Waves, maybe. I don't know. 2:20 on the board, 1-0 on the scoreboard. Going down, finding the ice monster there was Henderson. And Rosie Tague Blue takes this away, a big turn, trying to get north of the blue line, and does.
2 minutes left.
Go ahead, there's Rich McDonough along with Zach Johnston here for Manchester Public Television on the final home game of the season for the home ice Manchester Queens. We've seen them 3 or 4, maybe even 5 times, including a tournament. Zach, been fun.
Yeah, they're a fun team to watch.
Getting inside the zone quickly is Liz Kelly, trying to backhand her way toward the slot. Can't do it. Rubbed off her route by Anderson. Finally collecting it in the corner was Raymond. Yet another Clipper Cat senior. Got to say hi to her. In the pregame introductions, that was real special, like Zach Johnston and I said. Don't forget these things. All right, with some real good speed coming down is Anderson. She's looking to create, gets to the bottom.
Good pass.
Slot-to-slot pass. Was looking for the hard charging Michaelides, another senior. Couldn't find her tape, goes under her blade and out. And they got to hit the reset switch, and we're at 1 minute even, folks. You can hear Matt, our PA announcer. Good carry away, takeaway by Page. And the pint-sized Page looking to go, split the defenders, couldn't do it. Nice pluck by Anderson to take that away and get it to corner and get it to help. Good job poking it loose right there by Avery Prue. She can't stay with the puck, and one more time, Anderson comes away with it. Page keeps it in momentarily, goes to the bottom of the slot. Page pokes it out to herself. Oh, looking to get creased, can't do it. Great effort by Riley Page right there.
20 seconds for Portsmouth Oyster River to try to get their second.
Michaelides looking to create. She's bracketed by Liz Kelly and Rue. Liz Kelly takes it away. 8 seconds, 7. She's trying to, last second, try to create something. Ooh, this one knuckles off the pillows and almost found its way in a seeing eye puck inside the right cross, the right bar there. Boy, that would have been something. Holy cow, that whole right side was yawning as Liz Kelly on senior night was looking to put her name in the books in the first period. But 1-0 for the top-seeded OR Oyster River Portsmouth Clipper Cats visiting JFK Arena in a back-and-forth game here on senior night. Again, this is Rich McDonough from Manchester Public Television, along with my good buddy Zach Johnston. The ladies are going to get a fresh shade of ice after 10 minutes, and the Zamboni machine works its magic. We're going to take a break along with him. We'll see you on the other side, folks. Glad you're with us. Welcome back, sports fans, to JFK Arena in Manchester, New Hampshire on this chilly February 19th evening. This is Rich McDonough along with Zach Johnston bringing you NHIAA Division I girls hockey. The top seed, top-ranked OR, Oyster River Portsmouth Clipper Cats come to town with their 14-2 record, teeing it up against the Manchester Queens on their last home game of the night, on senior night no less. They're at 1-14, struggling to find their identity, but it's only 1-0 after one, Zach Johnson.
It was a solid period. I mean, we commented on maybe OR Portsmouth is not stepping on the gas as hard as they could be, but nevertheless, it's still a game, and you just got to battle all the way through.
And OR seemed to have the first goal of the game. Oh, and going down the slot, well, the ripper. That was Farwell, and she gets it up and in a hurry, and this one finds the left post and ricochets in behind Loya's cage. And just when I was about to talk about goal number one, they scored goal number two here in the second period. And we are only 20 seconds in, folks. And that makes it 2-0 courtesy of the Clipper Cats. First goal of the game for them was scored, good old number 16 was Kira Jacobs. Queens had a two-player power play, and it seemed like OR scored themselves a goal, but it was ruled. I learned what they talked about, Zach.
Oh, yes.
Player was coming in off the bench from behind the trailing ref, and he noticed it, and they overruled the goal. One ref was pointing to the cage, as he should.
Yep.
And the other one overruled, and that was a proper decision. The folks down on the far side of the ice confirmed that player was on the ice. So they had a little violation going over the wall at the wrong time. So that's why they disallowed that first. But nevertheless, Jacobs was able to get that first one deep.
Do you imagine a call like that late in the close game in the third period,
Oh, my gosh. We'd have a conclave.
Yeah.
And a bunch of Clipper Cats are down on the ice over there. Oh, boy, this was squirts across the entire goal mouth. 13:35. It's 2-0 on the board in favor of the Clipper Cats. Some good action early, but it's all been in the Queens defensive zone. And squirting out with it for the moment was Taylor Morin. She had a penalty in the first period. Nothing, no harm, no foul happened. But, that one goes tape to tape. Almost tape to tape, but slot to slot. Missed everybody eventually. But Clipper Cats, pick in the pocket right there is 10. But she's quickly bracketed by a trio of Clipper Cats. These Clipper Cats skate back quickly, Zach.
They do. They move quick.
And they're well schooled on, especially at the fence line right there. Their positioning is good. The spacing is excellent. And a big, big windup right there by Anderson. We called her name. The first-year player doing really good stuff for this Clipper Cat team, which with a win probably cements itself as number one, but you got to do them both. you like their chances in their next game against STA Winnacunnet Dover. But that's why we play, Zach. Got to keep playing.
Yep.
And there is a monster game going on right now between big one, bottom of the slot, and a good save right there by Loya off the quick lifter by Bishop. 12:15 on the clock. We'll get to that monster game in a second. Has playoff ramifications, implications all over it in NHIAA girls hockey. Coming down to 12 minutes here in the frame. Second frame here in the barn. JFK Storied Ice Arena goes way back. Hosted Andre the Giant. I love talking about that.
Yes, you do.
As I keep saying, he found his real calling acting in The Princess Bride. This one goes all the way across everything, but it ricocheted off a few boots and a blade. So nothing doing. Everybody was home. It seemed like none of the queens had gotten down the ice. But always getting down the ice right there is Riley Page. She does a little mohawk turn and out. And we got numbers right here. We got 3-on-2, possibly fast skating right there is Callahan. She takes it to the side wall. Ricochets off the dasher board right there, but it stays in the offensive zone for the Clipper Cats. This time golfing it out right there was Avery Prue. But coming down, Loya gets over, butterflies, takes it off the chest protector, gets the freeze and the squeeze with that catch and mitt. And at 11:08, she's going to see a drop at the right dot for in her zone right there. But a heck of a save right there by Loya. Speaking of which, in the first frame, it was she saw 7 shots on goal, turned aside 6. Her counterpart, Belmar, on the other end was 4 for 4. Still, I think Loya, but for a few great saves on her part, we're in a whitewash right now, Zach.
Of course, yeah.
Trying to get loose in the slot and can't do it. Abby Stacy can't find it, but does go out to the side, ricochets around. That always reminds me of the old Coleco rod hockey games. Play that for hours in the living room. Oh, looking to wrap around, wide open. Net was absolutely yawning, and nobody was home right there because of the errant puck, and it was Sierra Michaelides nailing it home. Senior night, she gets herself on the board. And just like that, folks, it is 3-0. That one coming 4:24 in. Michaelides found herself a late Christmas present, Zach Johnston.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing was headed to one side slot, and it ricocheted and went to the other, and she was nobody was home. Nothing Loya could do that about that one off that deflection. And the pressure is on. Zach Johnston, you and I talked about it as possibly they might take the foot off the gas and getting. Wow, big side to side through the slot. Now to the side, ripping it home after the feed was Samantha Anderson. And don't blink, folks, because it could get weird in a hurry. It's 4-0. 2 goals in the span of about 18 seconds. Here in the second period, actually 3 goals in the span of less than 4 minutes on the clock. 4-0. Anderson gets her first of the evening. And we wind down to 10 minutes. If you have any questions about running time, folks, it only happens in the third period, and it has to be a 6-goal spread. I was just reading earlier that if it goes back down to 4.
Ooh.
Whoa, what a
Good
butterfly.
Ooh,
A
they'll
little bit of
blow that
early
dead.
whistle right there, but that's all right. That's all right. Safety issues abound. 9:47 stoppage on the clock as Loya made herself a good butterfly save. Couldn't locate the puck initially, and it rolled free after the whistle. So she probably breathing a sigh of relief right there, but she'll see the drop at the dot with Page going to it, lining it up against Farwell. Clipper Cats control, up 4-0, and with all the momentum on their side. Pretty darn good forechecking.
Yeah, they've got the time of possession definitely in their favor.
Oh, it's lopsided at probably, 7-8, 7/8 of the time. They're just keeping it real spread out right now. It looks like they got a 6-pass minimum going right now. and winding it up. A nice save by Loya off the successive shots.
Right
and
at her
another
pad.
save. I tell you what, Mev Harney was whacking away at it, couldn't get that one to drop, and she kind of looked up at the rafters going, how the heck? But those are some quality saves by Loya right there. Good job, kid. Goalie to goalie. I got to give you a lot of credit. Got to have a short memory in this game.
She'll be in that spot for probably 4 years if she keeps it up.
First-year player. You know, I got to analyze her game with Braden LaBelzik when he was up. Guess, pretty good move outside by Anderson. She retreats out to the corner and tries to set up a controlled offense for Coach. For Coach Jamie Long. Nice inside slot pass. Goes all through. And
Great
Loya,
save.
look at her getting from post to post. And I tell you, Zach, LaBelzik was a heck of a goalie here on Manchester ice. And he's playing with who's he playing with now?
I can't remember.
Well, he's at the next level.
Yeah, 18U, 19U somewhere.
Yeah, great kid. Really enjoyed talking about it. He liked Loya's post-to-post mechanics.
Yeah.
And said, look, that's a great place to start. You know, if you can make those kinds of saves, it's then about reps and confidence.
Right. You can't, like you said, you got to have a short memory. You can't let anything get to you.
Yeah, you know, even if I gave up a handful of goals in lacrosse, I'd look over my teammates and go, 1, not my fault. 2, what happened?
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Just get back in it. Try to get back in rhythm. Once you get one, you can get back in rhythm. All right, we're at 8 minutes and counting in the second frame here at the barn at JFK. The visiting Clipper Cats, top seed, top ranked. Up 4-zip. Again, it's Rich McDonough with Zach Johnston doing everything Kyle Heavey does, maybe a little bit better. No, I'm just kidding. We love you, Kyle. We miss you, man. What was he pulled into tonight?
With the mayor, doing some mayoral event.
Mayor Ruiz has an event tonight. First term as mayor, first year as mayor.
Mayor came up during the Turkey Bowl and was a part of our broadcast, which was really awesome. But him and Tom Bazoin, they talked for probably 10 minutes.
How'd he do on the mic?
Oh, it was great. I mean, he's used to talking.
Yeah.
But him and Coach Buzz were talking about anything they could imagine football-wise for about 10 minutes.
All right, well, that's great stuff. Anybody who's in public service,
oh yeah,
my hat's off. They do a lot
it's
of
a
hard
thankless
work.
job.
A lot of hard work for a relatively lower salary, but public service is not a bad thing, folks. All right, we're at 7:15 and counting. Clipper Cats have had all the possession here in the second period, and it is 4-0 with 3 goals in this frame to show for it. That one goes all the way through diagonally and out. Tapping it back outside was 10. She gives chase, nothing doing. Trying to chase the speedy goal-scoring Jacobs. Oh, and it's a great poke out there by Rosie Tague Blue. Finally gets through both blue lines and through the whole zone. Clipper Cats have 3-on-3 right now with the advantage in their passing. They have all their forwards with them right now. 6:45 on the clock, 4-zip on the board.
And not a lot of stoppages in this period. They've been able to stay on side pretty well.
Yeah, our referees, Dana Lavoie and Mike Paul, they must have dinner on the stove. Oh, that's a snipe right there. Excuse me, a pickpocket right there by Bishop.
Hello.
Ooh, going down to the ice hard right there was Morin. She's
go,
all right.
Rosie.
She's a tough kid. Here comes Tague Blue. Morin collects the change, tries to get kind of a bump set for just a second. Couldn't get that all the way through, and it goes well wide. She keeps it in. And back through the Blues we go, ZJ. Go ahead.
Bill Murray's been a little cold back there. If they can get some shots on her, especially Riley.
Exactly. When you're basically Ferdinand the Bull picking flowers in the back 40, and you can go to sleep, you can freeze up, your joints aren't as warmed up as you hope, and yeah, take advantage. Just throw the puck on net. Get some screening in front of the cage. This time, again, it's all Clipper Cats. 5:45 on the clock. Picking it up on the half wall there is Saar.
It's going to be way worse. I mean, Loya's doing a great job in net.
I mean, I give her 5 top shelf, well, not literally top shelf, but top tier saves.
Yes.
And it could easily be 6, 7, 8, 9, nothing. I'm a fan of hers. It's just a matter of reps and confidence for the first-year player. All right, this one trickles all the way back inside the Clipper Cats zone, but only Clipper Cats, story of the night, have been back there to retrieve. Good skating right there by Henderson. She gets through everybody, gets to the side, below the dasher board line, now below the score line. The goal line.
Ooh, they just missed that one.
Yeah, they had a great setup at the bottom of the slot.
She kept it
Couldn't
in.
Connect. Wow.
Henderson, good work by her.
Doing some great skating right now. Little effort by Stacy to throw it in off of Loya. She makes yet another save.
Yeah, she was just covering that post right there. Threw the stick right at it.
And great job putting it back in the corner. See, these are why you like the signs of life out of Loya. Notwithstanding the
She is
fact,
the life of this team.
Yeah, I mean, she's seeing 30, 40 shots a game. It's very difficult.
Yeah, I don't think they don't have a goalie besides her, so she
better stay healthy.
Yeah, or she is the team pretty much.
Top of the slot, big feed right there from Anderson, looking for her forward, Aaron Raymond. Now we got a log jam behind the cage. Loya kind of craning her neck around like one of those dolls you see up in the rear dashboard or whatever you want to call it, the rear deck of the car. Oh, great puck handling right there by Manning on senior night. And everybody tags up. It's a 3-on-2 if they can get some legs. And Avery Prue can't get those legs, and back we go. I said Manning, excuse me, it was Prue. This one goes slot to slot. It trickles off the puck, off the blade of Carroll, and back out. And wheeling behind the cage, getting it out to the wing. Handling it quickly there is Harney. She gets it across the slots and over to the half wall on the near dasher board. Our camera, as I said, ably. And then some, man, by Zach Johnson. Here comes Riley Page with lots of speed, pressed off her line by Harney, and then taken away. Great defensive concepts, and Anderson cleans up. 3:15, Zach, go ahead.
When Kyle and I did the Sauhegan game, Riley would just have a lane, and she just breezed right by everyone. And it's strange seeing how good, well, not strange seeing, we know how good this Portsmouth team is, but they catch up to her real quick.
And showing some speed of her own right there was Liz Kelly. She couldn't get back. She had the puck now briefly. Mired between the Blues, not for long. It goes back into the D zone and out. No icing is waved off, of course, and we're under 3, folks. Fast moving second period in which the Clipper Cats have scored 3, and they're hunting for more. And closing in on the right side is Carroll. She's going to be, couldn't get home before Kelly was able to golf it outside of the corner. Bottom of the slot. Loya closes the gap.
Then look at that recognition by her. She dropped right down to her legs and did what she needed to do.
Props. She closed the wickets in a hurry, gets the pillows frozen down to the ice. Great job by Loya. I mean, she's got to have about 10 or 12 saves in this period alone. 2:32 on the clock as we see the drop. And it looks like Morin's going to go take this, line up against Metcalf. Coming on to the
Slow
ice at the
change
last
there.
second is Catherine 10. She waited an extra 10 to get onto the ice. Goes to the far side.
Ooh.
And good spacing right there for the Clipper Cats off the win and the draw. Nice diagonal pass right there to set up a possible entry pass. And there is Metcalf at the top of the slot. She just gives it out. They're definitely in a 6 to 8 pass minimum right now for Coach Jamie Long.
Yard
ice
sale.
monster. That's Morin going to the deck. Good sportsmanship, handing back the glove. Oh, here comes Metcalf rolling off her tape, or she might have had a look at it. And there we have a goal. It looks like, DeSantis was able to poke that in. Metcalf was going, couldn't get it. It was knuckling and drifted below the goal line, folks. And that'll make it 5-0 with 1:55 remaining in the third.
Just keep grinding. These girls just got to keep on moving, give their best effort for the next 2 minutes now, and then 15 in the third, and then you want to be taking your equipment off after senior night and asking yourself, did I give it all? And I mean, obviously, it seems like it's been that way so far.
Yeah, they gave it. Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
Oh,
and down to the knees and carrying it away off the muff puck was Callahan. Yeah, and Metcalf, I was saying she did get that. She did credit for that assist. Oh, had that not ricocheted
that would have been
off of Manning's the heel of her blade,
Callahan would have had an easy goal.
Yeah, exactly. She could have dumped that right on down. You don't want to say that would have been the backbreaker, but would have been a backbreaker.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Bishop unable to control for the moment, goes back out to the wing, and Callahan, she rolls it around, loses the puck, and outside the zone. Finally, Liz Kelly's able to get that. We've been able to call her name a few times here on senior night. As I said, I got to talk to her last night at the Central game, and she's just a really nice young lady and headed for possibly Salve Regina, which is a terrific school and a beautiful place to go to college. Newport, Rhode Island, holy cow. But here at JFK in Manchester, we got 35 seconds on the clock, and it's 5-0 for the visiting Clipper Cats on the scoreboard. They are looking to go to 15-2, and all but would wrap up the mathematical chase for first seed. You want that. There's 11 teams in the tourney. You want to buy if you can get it. Ooh, pretty high stick right there. No call right there on Orellana.
5 seconds left,
Yep,
yeah.
right, Zach.
Don't give up a last-second one.
There's a backhanded feed and a centering pass, and blocked off nicely by Liz Kelly. Put herself right in position, as so often she does. But after 2 periods, folks, on the strength of a 4-goal eruption, it is 5-0 as the visiting Clipper Cats, wearing their blue and burgundy, go to the dressing room. The Queens, for the last time this season, will take their second to third intermission here at JFK. And glad you joined us, everybody, on senior night here for the Queens. Again, it's Rich McDonough and Zach Johnston bringing in the action from Manchester Public Television. We'll see you on the other side, folks. And welcome back, sports fans, on this chilly Manchester, New Hampshire evening here at JFK Arena in Manchester. This is Rich McDonough and Zach Johnston along for the ride on senior night here at JFK Arena for Manchester Public Television. Notwithstanding that it's senior night, Oyster River Portsmouth Co-op comes in hot, and they're taking care of business. It's 5-0, Zach Johnson. They went and after a 1-0 first period, they went to work.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of just put a little more pressure there in that second period and got some 3 or 4 much-needed goals.
In a hurry. But let me tell you, we've been complimentary of her. Loya in the cage for the Queens has stood on her head at times, and she had 9 more saves to add to her total for 15 on the night. And, you know, Zach, you and I have talked about it, the goaltending. It's not always the number of saves, but
right.
She has had maybe 10 of those have been standing on her head out there. And if I'm her, I'm just burning the tape and happy about my goaltending mechanics. Frankly, as an old goalie, I'd like to work with her. I like the kid. She's all right. Nevertheless, it is 5-0 as we enter the final frame here. Queens' last stand on home ice before they break for the season. They finish at Pinkerton on the 22nd. And they'll try to take care of some business right there. Pinkerton is adjacent to them in the standings. So, hey, maybe they can fire up a W on that last game. But this time they get it outside the zone finally after a 1-minute, 20-second possession for the Clipper Cats as they get going and carrying it down the far side is Farwell.
Good pass.
Wow. Long tape-to-tape pass, finding the blade of Harney. She backs up, tries to return the favor, and it caroms all over everybody. Here goes Riley Page. She had that space for a moment. Megs a defender and gets through to the top of the slot, but taking it away quickly was Anderson. Anderson got herself a goal. She got the 4th goal for the Clipper Cats. That one flirting with the pads of Loya. That's one where she kind of crosses herself, in my opinion. This one squirts up to the crease. She might have wanted to sit on that one because it ends up in the slot, nothing doing, and it does trickle out north of the blue and out. And the Queens breathe them a sigh of relief. Grace Manning golfs it back into the zone. And Taylor Morin gives chase, can't get there. It seems like the Clipper Cats, Zach, they got speed all over the ice.
That's what they do. I mean, they're just in girls hockey, most of the time, the best teams are the quickest teams and the teams that can execute passes, and they've definitely been able to do that so far.
Oh, and throwing it into the pads. Loya gets down in the butterfly in a hurry, squeezes it in those pads.
I'll tell you what, I can't do that. You know, part of me thinks like I've skated, you know, decently, not decently, but you know, good enough I can balance. I'll tell you that, and play pond hockey casually. And
Ditto.
I think to myself, I'm like, how would I fare against this team? I can tell you right now, I could not play goalie. I tell you that right
That's
now.
all right, man.
However many shots there'd be probably only 2 saves for me. But
I'm a Maryland boy and a lacrosse and football guy. I have skated plenty, and that one finds, and Loya turns aside another one, and the direction of her rebound control right there was top notch, man.
making her look good, and they're making us look good too.
Yeah, but she gets taped. She gets post to post in a hurry right there, and uses that paddle right there just beautifully. She's getting it down a little more every time we've seen her. It's been fun to watch her evolution.
Agreed.
And here with the
that
chance.
in.
Another. You can hear
Wow.
You can hear the pads ricochet again. Loya has had 4 saves in the first 3 minutes of this third frame. Man, I got to give her a lot of credit. She's playing real hard, and as we said near the end of the second period there, Zach, the short memory is there.
Yeah.
You can't coach that.
You can't coach the mental side of really any sport. I mean, you know, you do the best you can, but
At this level, no.
no.
I coached so many teams for so many years. Yeah, you got to play a little bit sports psychiatrist, and she gets a piece of that one as well. That paddle is engaged, folks, and she shuts off the pipe. Can't crawl up toward the slot as Metcalf. She's wheeling backside feed, backhanded feed.
Kept out.
Jammed in there by DeSantis, and Loya does it again. Boy, she's starting out hot.
She's having a great third period.
She needs a little help right now. That one hit the side of the net and ricocheted behind. Taking a seat to the ice is Sophie Rue. More good skating right there by Metcalf. And she golfs it around and round. Tries to sneak up to the half wall. Nothing doing, but carrying it away with it. The Clipper Cats, good top of the slot feed. Finding it, putting it on her tape in a hurry. Right there was 15 is in the game, but not on our roster there. We'll do our one for that Sage Boussiere. My bad, folks.
I caught that when I was looking at 1
I
and
did 2
15.
earlier, and I said, don't forget, and I did forget. Oh, Rich McDonough, you stink.
She's in,
You're fired.
she's in one of those one of those numbers.
All right, well, Boussiere, I kept saying to myself, will she get on the ice? She did, and out the window it went. Can't coach that memory either. I guess I have a short memory too. All right, but here come the Clipper Cats. We got 2-on-2 at the bottom of each slot. Can't get it, and golfing it to the corner is Bishop, and she sends it around up the dasher toward the half wall. Great angular change right there. Good job there by Callahan. Will they reward her with a nice centering pass? No dice. She was hunting the puck, Zach Johnston.
Yeah, you could just tell by the way she was going towards it.
Oh, and looking to feed, gets to the slot.
Good little setup there.
Right on.
Oh.
And that was Black. Couldn't keep it on there. And then a good play to get it loose was Orellana. Boy, they just can't get it out of the zone on this trip, huh?
Nope. It's been a long time of possession here for the Clipper Cats.
And again, Zach, you and I talked about running time in hockey, high school hockey. It's 6-goal lead, and it has to be in the third period. So if the Clipper Cats
This
get
has
one,
been pretty much running time regardless. Just we haven't had any stoppages.
no stoppages, no whistles, no drops.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, right on. 9:11 on the clock, 5-0 on the scoreboard here at JFK. And there's a titanic game going on in girls hockey right now between the 2nd and 3rd seed Concord and Bishop Brady Trinity Bow co-op right there. They are knotted at 44 points in the standings. And I was looking for an update. I couldn't get one. But if we get something, we'll feed that to you. All alone at the bottom of the slot are 2 Clipper Cats, unable to keep it on the tape. Riley Page comes away with it.
Every time Riley tries to dance in, it's just the Clipper Cats are like, no. And they just smack it right away from her.
I think she needs a little glue or chalk on that tape right there. And in a blink of an eye, we are at below 8.5 minutes here at JFK in the third. Trying to golf it out of there is Rue. She does for the moment. It's stuck at the half wall. People taking a seat. Morin goes down. Gets to the bottom of the slot. Goes opposite slot. And here comes Riley Page one more time. Don't have to worry about her speed factor. It's can she hang on to the puck. 8 minutes even. 5 zip on the scoreboard. So it's all but said and done. If the Clipper Cats win this one, it looks to be a foregone conclusion. Carrying the puck, giving up the shot, not taking it is Henderson. And here comes Morin. Closely guarded from behind by Saar. She tries to take it away. We got a whistle. Everybody had to tag up. Couldn't do it. So we'll get the drop right outside the right side blue to the right side of our camera, as I said. Usually it's Kyle Heavey on the duties, but he was taking care of some political business tonight.
Where'd he go? I saw he was here. He must have just went back to the car.
Yeah, you know.
Or he's talking to somebody.
You do a mayor's press conference. He's probably getting himself a hot dog. All right, 7.5 to go here in the barn at JFK. The Clipper Cats in no hurry to do anything but just possess the puck and keep that clock moving. Just chew time. Get home. Don't get hurt. The tournament is staring you in the face. Good backhanded entry pass right there by Raymond, but it finds nobody but Rosie Tague Blue on senior night, and she golfs it down the length of the ice. Coming up with some speed here is Rinko, R-I-N-K-O. You got to like that for a hockey player. She wraps around, gets a bottom of the slot pass entry. Good job by Loya, standing firm, and repels that shot by Michaelides, yet another senior for the Clipper Cats. There were 11 of them tonight. So you got a lot of experience here, Zach Johnson. They're getting the job done on the in the scorebooks. Only bad loss was, well, they only had 2, but they lost 6-2 to Hanover, who is always in the conversation. No icing as Liz Kelly on senior night tracks it down, gets it through the zone, but this one's waved off as well.
This will be a fun team to follow throughout the tournament.
Without a doubt.
Because they've lost, like we mentioned before the game, in the championship the last 2 years.
Each one was 1-goal games.
Yeah.
The 22-23 season, they lost to Bishop Girton. That's a game I called at SNHU Arena with my buddy Tom King. And then they lost 2-1 last year to Hanover. So, you know, you don't say revenge, but you don't forget either.
Right.
Paybacks are sometimes very sweet. All right, and here comes Farwell. Can't get that one. That ricochets off her tape and outside to the dasher. And then trying to clear up the middle. Ugh. As a coach and a player, as a goalie, I don't like that. See that puck or a ball coming back your way.
Yeah.
Especially when your D players are gassed.
Nice little breakup by Rosie there.
Yeah, Rosie Tague Blue taking that one away. That gets through the wickets of Grace Manning and all the way down. And Gracie gets off I thought she was getting off the ice, but she's just going right to the fence line right there. 5 minutes coming up, folks. 5 zip on the board. And Kyle Heavey, there we go, breakaway. What's going to happen here? Nope, giving up the puck. I tell you what, classy. I've been on both ends of a lopsided score as a coach and a player. Rarely as a player, which is a nice thing, but and rarely as a coach. But look, people don't learn anything at this point in the game where you just hit goal after goal after goal. Or check after check.
I will say it is different in baseball. I mean, I think we've talked about this, or I talked about this with somebody before on a broadcast, but you could say that in a sport, but in baseball, it's a little bit different.
Well, you have to respond to what happens.
It's just my philosophy. But, you can't run the clock out in baseball. There always has to be the next pitch. In hockey, you could just sit there with the puck, let the clock run out. Basketball, kind of do the same thing. Football, take a knee. But baseball game's not over till that last pitch is thrown.
Well, I guess you could take ball or
I mean, you can
whiff on every, but you can't do that in baseball.
But
you
no,
just can't.
And that's why the culture of baseball, people don't understand that you can't just give up,
right?
Regardless of the score. I mean, a mercy rule is a mercy rule here, but I've never liked the idea of. I honestly found this to be more embarrassing if a team stops running on you because of the score.
I agree with that, and Yep, go ahead, Zach.
Because to me, it's like, all right, well, what are we doing here? What's the point of even playing anymore if you aren't going to give us your full effort because you think the score is too lopsided?
And what I would do down the stretch when we're up a dozen goals, let's say, Zach, is I would put my first-year players in with a senior.
Yeah.
And I would say run the offense. I want 10 passes. And maybe if the first year a freshman player got the ball with a shot, let him take the shot.
Right.
But I want to see 10 passes. But I want you to run the offense and not 50-50. I want you to go 100%.
Yeah.
We're just not shooting right now.
Exactly. That's
right?
just, and you can always do more,
Sure.
In game time, regardless of the score, you're just trying to get better every pitch or every whatever in lacrosse, every pass, every shot. Every second.
Wow, look at the speed there from Jacobs.
They'll pass it.
Well,
they can't connect.
Give it up to Shrek. Shrek can't connect. She made a good movie, though. Oh, here comes Riley Page with the mug. She gets to the post and makes a good save. Really good save by Belmar, who that's her second save since the first period.
My gosh.
And while we've been talking here, and good things to chat about, Loya made a couple more good saves, Zach, and if I'm a coach, if I'm Coach Levine, I'm real happy about who I got between the pipes because I got her for 4
years.
More years.
Oh, yeah. It's like a whole term in office. She gets 4 years in there.
Get Braden Lebelsic back down here to do a Braden clinic, and she'll be off to the races.
I mean, you always want to start from the ground up when building a team, and having a goalie that's a freshman now, keep building as we've hit the 2-minute mark here.
I tell you, with Lebelsic and his intellect for the position. All right, we got a slot-to-slot pass. Rosie Take Blue golfs it out for the moment, handled by Henderson.
Oh.
And multiple passes, and we're under 2 minutes. In fact, we're at $1:40 here remaining. The bus is started up. It was started up quite. But I tell you, if Braden and others did a goalie clinic here, even though my dominant position was lacrosse goalie, there are a lot of the same mechanics and psychological things to remember. I'd come out and volunteer to coach Sophie Loya anytime. I like her. Bottom of the slot pass, misses everybody. $1:10 on the clock, 5-zip on the scoreboard. And it'll be a happy ride back to the OR Portsmouth campuses tonight. That one finds its way in. Loya able to get her right pad on that one and steers it away to the corner, and Raymond gives chase after missing that shot. And we're under a minute. Go ahead, ZJ.
It's been a good defensive third period for Portsmouth Oyster River, or for Manchester.
Yeah, I mean, they're rotating back into the places you want them to. Granted, they're outmatched in terms of speed here.
But, when you've got Loya in net and your defense rotating back, I mean, there's a lot of positives in this game here.
She was all over that one, had it found its way through.
They're kind of just waiting it out here.
Yeah, good block right there by Liz Kelly. Get her tape on that. And as we count down the seconds to Manchester's the Queen's season, they do go to Pinkerton in 3 days to finish up their season. They're seated 13th and 14th respectively. So
maybe a chance
should
for
be a competitive game.
Yeah.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, on a night when it was senior night, Zach Johnson, which was real special, we were there for it. Zach Johnson filmed it for Manchester Public Television. They were all smiles. It didn't matter. They played the game. OR was number 1 seed clearly for a reason.
Yeah,
as you
definitely
said, Zach, that is a good team to watch. But the top 4 with OR Portsmouth, who we just saw, Concord and Bishop Brady, their Trinity and Bow co-op team, along with Hanover, kind of the creme de la creme right now. Those are your 4 teams to watch. But as we know, anybody can win it.
Of course.
Anybody can win it. And but OR has a lot to prove, as Zach Johnson pointed out a couple times. They lost in agonizing 1-goal games in the finals 2 years in a row. Is this their year? Third time?
They got something to prove. This is a good hockey team.
Really good.
And they move really quick.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's been fun, Zach. It always is great to call a game with you, especially here at the barn at JFK. So, for everybody, for Jason Cody, Joe Lahr, Brendan McCormick, Kyle Heavey, who joined us for the third period here, this is Rich McDonough along with my buddy Zach Johnson for Manchester Public Television's ongoing presentation of NHIAA and Manchester area sports. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you down the road.